Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here for the weekend. Yeah, there's nothing special going on because it's just the weekend. But, yeah.
So, this is Linda. I'm Cameron. We're going to go over what sold in our online store this weekend. That's Friday through Sunday for us. We don't ship Friday or Saturday. We save everything till Sunday night. Pack it all up at once. A lot of work, but it gives us a couple days off. We sell stuff on platforms like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace. These are items we found hopefully cheap, and we're able to sell online for a profit. Let's go over the numbers first.
Hopefully cheap.
So sometimes you pay up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
We'll go over the numbers first, then we'll look at the items, and at the end of the video, we'll do a breakdown of what the profit is. Let's see how we did.
So we had 37 sales across 2 different platforms for just under $11.70.
So large quantity, low average sale price for us. We're trying to get 400 a day, so we're slightly short of that.
We bumped up our goal from 300 to 400 just
this year.
For this month. Yeah.
No, this year. Yeah, starting
this month because we'll see if it happens.
Because Linda spends so much. Anyways, first item is...
First up on Mercari. These are something that my mom purchased. Oh, I don't even... How old am I? 28?
I wouldn't know.
Probably 24, 25 years ago when she was doing the kids ministry at church, at the church we were going to. So these are like 20, 25-year-old tapes. So we have a lot of the vintage Hasbro... I was looking at the wrong one. Vintage. They're
Nest Family Entertainment. One of them is the Animated Stories of the Bible VHS. The other one is Nest, the New Testament Animated Stories.
Okay, so there you go. So there's 31 of them. Most of the stories are in there, and we're going to get rid of them at church, and so we took them and sold them for $60 plus shipping on Mercari.
Yeah, and again, Mercari comes through with kind of a sale of a weird item you wouldn't expect to sell on there, but it did, and they paid more for shipping on there because Mercari doesn't have a medium option, so this is based on weight. So anyways, happy to see it go. Let's go to eBay.
We'll be able to use that for my classroom. So
let's go ahead and go towards eBay.
So on eBay, we sold a pond. This is one of our vintage 1960s Old Crow decanters that are chess pieces. We had the full set, and now we're down to literally half of a box. 4
more of these ones, which we may have the most of, and then some of the other dark colored pawns, and then a couple odd pieces, like I think a bishop.
Yeah. Well, and then we have one that's got the box with it, but that hasn't sold yet.
Yeah, well, I don't think that one's listed yet.
Oh, okay.
I saved that for the last one I'll put in the box. I didn't have boxes for all of them, so.
Yeah, so.
Anyways.
Special one. That did sell for 26 and
we're already in the profit on these. We're just trying to get rid of the last ones we have. They do take up a lot of space. We've made plenty of money on them, but yeah, it's taking a while.
Then we've got a vintage New York Mets boys medium jersey sold for 19.5 shipped.
I think that was like a couple bucks.
Next up out of the DVD 200 buy, we've got Amazing Stories first and second season sold for $30 shipped.
These are region 4. I don't know, you probably won't be able to see that, but there is a 4 there. Region 1 is like US and Canada, I think. I don't know what region 4 is, if it's the UK or what, but anyways, the region matters. Certain regions can't be played in certain areas on their VCRs or whatever DVD players. So not VCRs, DVD players. So it's something to look for in the back of yours. You want to have region 1 or region 0, meaning it's like region free, it can play anywhere. So yeah.
There you go. Then we've got Left 4 Dead for Xbox 360, sold for $13 shipped. Pick that up from R&R.
It always sells, and there's also Left 4 Dead 2 that sells. So a game that's usually pretty cheap and has some value.
Then a $700 manual buy. We've got a 2000 Honda Prelude supplement, sold for $23 and some change.
Very slim.
Then from our local bin store, we picked up The Take and Black Gun on Blu-ray double feature, sold for $12 shipped.
This one was actually brand new. Well, it was sealed, but I couldn't tell if it was the real seal, so I opened it up. This was on Dollar Day at the bin store. So it was a buck. It sold for $12 pretty quickly.
Then, this is a big one out of our $200 DVD buy. We've got The Baron. This is the DVD set complete series 8. And that did sell sealed, sold for $90 shipped.
That was an offer to watchers, but it was at 100, so still a very good price. Okay, we're already in the profits on the DVD 200 buy. We're way into the profit, not way, but we're into the profits enough where every sale is all profit, and we have a lot more to list and a lot that are already listed, so very good.
Next up, we've got a Conair Tresemme style handheld hairdryer, model TR2. And next up out of the DVD 200 buy, we've got the Pirate, sold for $12 shipped. Then out of the DVD 200 buy, we've got Death and the Maiden, sold for $24 shipped.
Pretty good one right here, Death and the Maiden.
You like it?
No, a pretty good selling used DVD out of there.
Oh, I'm like, you've seen it?
No, but just for a used one, 23 bucks is pretty good.
Next up, this will take you back. This is a Magnavox Universal 4 device remote. It's a teal blue green.
Looks cool, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's like vintage 90s right there when everything was clear and colored.
But didn't sell for that much.
$8.40.
I think I paid $1 for it too, so.
Then Karen picked up a lot of Dark Shadows audio dramas. We had a good stack of them and they sold for really good money. We still got 3 left, well 2 left after this, but this one sold for 14 and some change.
I bought 5, 6, 7 of them. I don't know how many, but we've sold through a lot of them.
Yeah, and those are out of print CDs, so you can't get them anymore, and they were sealed, which is awesome.
$3 a piece, something like that.
Next up, we've got a Snap-on Vantage Waveform demo board. This is out of our $1,200 tool buy. That is SPP816 for those of you guys taking notes. Sold for $100 shipped and is going global shipping program.
We have 2 more.
There you go. Then these are cool. These take me back. I used to be a big fan of the coin machine.
Life. No, okay.
Coin machine, you put in a quarter and you get a little toy out of there, right? Well, this is one of those things. These are Hood Pups, and they went with the little homies. Sometimes they were right next to them in the same like area.
Little vending machine.
Awesome. So he's a 2-inch figure. He's adorable, and he sold for $12 shipped.
I have another one, like a white. I don't know if it's a bulldog or what it is, but I can't find it. It's around here somewhere. But this sold like pretty quickly.
So those are cool things to look out for, guys. These little guys that you would have seen in the vending machines back in the day. Look out for them. Because look at, they're just adorable.
Even little homies will sell. Some sell better. Like I'm sure there's some unique ones. But even big lots of little homies, if you can put the little figures. So they got like, you know, all different kind, like different series and stuff like that. But if you find a whole bunch of them, sometimes they have some value too.
Cool stuff. Next up, this is a 2006 The Trail of Painted Ponies. This is the dog and pony show. So this pony, you'll see in the picture, has multiple. You can barely. But this pony has multiple dogs painted on the pony. So there's a bunch of different ones. Like I think we had a sky one, right?
Yeah, we have it still here. We haven't sold it.
So it's a pony figure painted to look like something else. And this one did sell for $41 and some change.
I think I paid $5 at a garage sale. There are other ones that are worth even more money, some worth less. There's all different kinds of trails of painted ponies. If you see a pony painted kind of crazy with something on there, check it out. It'll probably say Trail of the Painted Ponies, and it's worth looking up.
Yeah, definitely. Next up out of the DVD 200 buy, we've got Charlie's Angels, the complete first season, sold for $10 shipped.
That one sold in a day. Not a whole lot, but again, we're already in the profit, so this is another, $5 in our pocket.
Then out of our dead stock, we've got Elizabeth Taylor. This is a 2-lot of Diamonds and Sapphires perfume, sold for $25 shipped. Then, this is our teeny tiny little sale. This is a York 35mm color print film. There's 24 exposures. It is expired, but it's adorable. And it sold for $14 shipped.
You can sell like a lot of old 35mm film. You got like Kodak or something like that, and you find it and it's sealed.
We did. We sold like a bunch of it. I remember.
People bought a bunch. And there's what's the other brand too? Fujifilm.
Oh, there you go.
They sell. So.
Next up, we got a vintage Dymo organizer label maker. One of the little quick ones. Click, click, click. We just sold one this week. There you go. Click, click, click. Sold for 20 and some change.
They have I told you every time, but the metal one's worth the most. But even these little ones, you get them for $1 or so, usually 20, 25.
There you go. Next up, this is an old listing. This is a Norwegian brand cardigan sweater. It's a medium striped vintage soft thing. Sold for $29 shipped.
Just happy to see it go, really.
Yeah. Then from R&R, we picked up a lot of like textbooks and stuff. And so this is another one. This is the lab manual for Giles Automotive Service, and that sold for $30 shipped. Then we've got Grand Theft Auto 5 for Xbox 360, sold for 10 and some change. Got like 16 copies of that.
We do have a lot of those.
And then, hey, look at that. It's another pawn. This is the dark one, though. This is the, the dark one. And that sold for $28 shipped. Next up, I don't know if you guys remember, but we sold that awesome chess set for like $600 to an antique dealer out in LA. Yeah,
it's the Franklin Mint, it's called like Fabergé, Imperial Fabergé or something like that. They're kind of designed like the Fabergé egg, the little bases of them. Not the base, but there's like a little egg thing. So, that was 100 or 150 and it sold for 600, and we got good feedback on it. It was very good. And we also bought this like King Tut like Egyptian set. The problem was the board was broken.
Yeah, it is still Franklin Mint, Tutankhamun, Egyptian chess set, King Tut specifically. So we are selling the replacement pawns separately.
All the pieces, like
all
we have
the
the
pieces,
king
yeah.
and like everything.
So
I could have sold as
the board is right here. Let me show you guys.
So all the little things that clip on here were all broken off.
Yeah, all the fancy
Well,
stuff.
they were like coming off, and then they also had like little I don't know what those little, the guy with the staff is for the Egyptian.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they all had those in the end, but they were all broken off.
Oh.
Like except for one. So I'm like, the board is not in the greatest shape.
No.
So I'm like, I don't know what to do.
You guys can see. Let me show you the label on the back. Let's see. There you go.
So part of me says I should have just actually sold it all together and just sold it as is and could have made a quick buck. I'll make more money parting it out, but it'll probably take years.
It's got hieroglyphs on the side.
This is just one pawn we sold to that same person who bought that other chess set from us.
Yeah,
Which
so
is
the same dealer who bought our big one bought this piece. So we think he's probably got a set that he's trying to complete. But that is the pawn. The little pawn is the little angel guy. Sold for $13.50 shipped.
Yep.
So we'll sell off that whole set. Next up is
It'll
this
probably take us forever though.
awesome thing that Cameron pulled up and he was playing it because it really works, guys. Yeah, it really works.
I mean, it works. It's not like playing the actual game, but it kind of works.
But it's a tiny arcade. This is a Pac-Man keychain from 2019. It's 3.5 inches tall, but it's got the little joystick on it, and he was making it move. It's awesome. And that sold for $22 shipped. Next up, we have a Victoria's Secret hood. This has the pink logo. Huggy.
It's not a hoodie. It's a hoodie.
Hoodie with buffalo plaid in black and white up at the top on the hood, and that sold for $28 shipped, and that's a size large.
Victoria's Secret stuff, it's not like the highest end brand, but like the stuff still sells.
People love Victoria's Secret.
We've done pretty well selling it.
Next up, we got a men's vintage starter Milwaukee Brewers satin bomber jacket. This is size extra large. It's this amazing blue,
but it's actually super stained. Like you can't really tell unless you look, but it's kind of a plain jacket. It's definitely a vintage
satin,
one.
it hides things.
But it's like actually covered in like dark stains.
Oh.
I got it for $5. I had it listed for like 100, and I was hoping to get like 70 for it. And I was really pushing it based on condition, but it's been up for a while. Someone came through with an offer of
$59 shipped.
And I was at first like, nah, I'm gonna come. Like, you know what? Sales have been not, super crazy. I'm gonna accept it. Let's get out of here. We'll make some money, and it sold for $59. So, trying to not be as greedy. Not that I feel like I'm greedy all the time, but like not go crazy on counters offers on clothing just to get it out of here. If we get a fair offer, take it and move on.
Next up, we've got a Minecraft vinyl action figure. This is the Green Creeper, and he sold for $13 shipped.
He was $1. I don't even know. We'll probably won't make a ton on him, but I just thought he looked cool.
Yeah, had to keep it from Zane though, because he's really into Minecraft.
Well, I think when I bought it, Zane wasn't really watching Minecraft, but
good.
Now he is, so yeah.
Next up, we got a Lucky Brand Cantor's Deli t-shirt. This is out of LA, California, size small, sold for $30 shipped. Then we've got a lot of 3 Kenmore Q Ultra Care vacuum bags. Each one is a 2-pack. And we picked those up at Camp 2022, and they sold for $42.5 shipped.
I think they were $3 each, so we're in them for $9.
Then we've got a lot of 4 Epson inks. We've got the TO 342, 343, 344, and 347.
Live sale.
Live sale! Ah! So there you go. So that is the
yellow, light magenta, and cyan.
Yeah.
And these are actually expired. They're expired in 2004 and 5. Expired. But these ones sold for
$80 ship.
They have a lot of expired. We always say that every time we hear the word expired.
Expired.
From the commercial.
Next up, we have Small Soldiers for PS1. One of the best movies ever.
Not the best movie ever, but it was still a solid movie.
And that is out of the $500 video game buy, sold for $25 shipped. Then we got an NIV Thin Line Bible, large print, sold for $23 shipped. Picked it up from R&R.
The last Thin Line one we sold was the one in the box that sold for like $125. I don't even remember, but it was like a Jewish something or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. Then we've got Primitive Archer magazines. There's a lot of 10 of these.
So happy for these.
They are not in the greatest condition, but somebody wanted them, and they sold for $40 shipped.
Yep.
Then we've got Fight Night for PS3, sold for $16 and some change. And then next up, we've got a Starkey Surflink remote, model 100, sold for $30 shipped.
That was $5.
And our live sale is Angry Birds Star Wars Edition for PS5. And that did sell for...
PS5 or Vita?
PS Vita, sorry. I don't think we have PS5 yet.
Yeah, we don't. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about?
Vita! And that sold for $20 shipped.
She saw the word Vita and she thought 5.
No, just put that made me say 5.
Right. Super.
Sorry.
This is what
PS Vita.
I think we got one PS Vita game left. So.
Yeah, we need some more.
Well, I wish I could find more because they've sold very well.
We need some Vitas.
But we'll take that. That's, I don't know, did that put us over our goal?
No.
How far off are we?
We're still like $12, $13.
There's still time, so hopefully something will come through.
We needed
Thank you guys for watching,
now.
though. And the reason we're pushing up our goal is just to push the business to be a little bit better. We actually, we made our goal last year, like we made it, but it's also just to make sure that every day I'm trying to get to that number, whether it's take offers, whether it's whatever, just try to make sure I get to that number.
Whether it's whatever.
Yeah, you know, because like it's easy to be like, oh, 300, you got 300, that's good. And it's like, well, you still have to push yourself to like try to do better, I think. And, you know, not get complacent.
Not only that, but we have 1 billion items and they need to sell.
Well, and you hope the more you list, like as your store grows in size, that as long as you're getting decent items, that you'll also see better sales, which for us so far has worked. As we've grown our business, we used to average $100 a day.
We were so excited.
That was our goal when Linda and I first were getting it. This before we were married, and I was starting to resell again. And then
he had to pay for our dates because your girl's an expensive date.
No, she just doesn't ever have a wallet. But anyway, still doesn't.
I eat cheap, but I like to buy things as well. And I like desserts.
And then we moved up like $200 a day, and then it was like when we moved in this house, $300 a day.
Like we had to, because that was if we can make $300 a day, we can make a house payment.
Yeah, we can pay our mortgage and then still have some extra money, a little bit. Anything over that is when we do, you know, able to do extra things. Yeah. So, and I think we averaged like $400 and something last year. So pretty good. Hopefully we'll do better than that. But thank you guys so much. Hopefully something else will sell. We'll see you guys in the next video with what sells on Monday. Take care.